History of Konohara Academy. 1927. Konohara Academy is founded in M-Town, H-City by millionaire Genzo Kone. 1928. Construction of the school building. Old building is completed. 1937. The clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. 1938. Konohara Academy's first headmaster, Genzo Kone, passes away. 1945. During the Great H-City Air Raid, a firebomb is dropped on the school. Both the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. Okay. 1955. The school's address changes due to the town's merger. 1958. The Konohara Academy Student Council is launched. 1987. The construction of the new building and the special building are completed, and the old building is renovated. 1990. The old clock tower stops working due to age. 1994. The old building is officially shuttered. 70 years of history. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to the departed's identity? Chapter 4. The departed's presence. This one is supposed to be shorter, so that's good. I close the Konohara Academy brochure once I've finished reading it. Then I take a sip of the coffee I brewed. It's been 3 days since the end of Slipmouth Kashima's case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the interim, I've borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the departed's identity. Yeah, I think Manly Badass clocked in at like an hour or so. So I just added an extra hour because I do extra talking. The investigation is not going so well. I feel like I'm treading water in the middle of the ocean, and I can't see the shore. Hello, Jester. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing larger and larger. Time to get going. Saizo called me in today. I better head to the school. I'm feeling much better today than I was last time, so I decide to take my car. After cresting the steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. Saizo's already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decide to go to the infirmary. But just then, someone asks me to fill in for an absent teacher. God, I'm back in the teacher mode. I'm still not used to standing in front of a class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask a question? A female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to the lesson, though. What is it? I heard you're investigating the departed. Does the departed really exist? I'm gonna say of course not, because if the rumors are strong enough, it will create and keep the presence. But if I make people stop believing, maybe the departed will go away, so of course not. The students heave a collective sigh of relief at my reply. They're already frightened and stressed over the rumors of the departed. I shouldn't make them feel any worse than this. I believe this is the right response. The chime signaling the end of class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk towards the infirmary. School is over. Time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today, since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made this decision earlier, no one would have been killed. I'm always one step behind. Seizo should be back by now. I better go to the faculty room. Faculty? Hello, Bean. Sorry for making you wait. Has there been a new notice? No, I didn't call you here because of that. I just wanted you to directly report your results in the Slipmouth Kashima case to me. Go ahead. I give him a general report about the Slipmouth Kashima case. It's also been decided that the broken glass and the dirty floor in the art room will be left as is for the time being. I can't blame them, considering the current state of the old building. I see. It just keeps getting worse, huh? Damon's been attacked, and the Departed's identity still eludes us. Are there any clues that could help unravel this mystery? I've been digging through some of the school's documents, but I couldn't find anything linked to the Departed. Mind lending me other documents of interest if you have them? I'm especially interested in the older ones. I've barely seen any, which is odd for a school that's got 70 years of history. No, about that. I assume you've learned that our school was firebombed in an air raid during the war, right? Aside from the old building and the clock tower, everything was burnt down. That included the building that stored the school's documents. Even without the physical documents, you can always ask people who might recall the history you're interested in. Do you know anyone offhand who might remember? Let's see. If the previous headmaster were still in good health, they'd be a prime candidate. He was curious about Konohara Academy's past and did some digging on his own. Where is he now? He died of a heart attack last month. That's why he's the previous headmaster and I'm the current one. Oh. Okay. Say, Bean, I want you to be completely honest with me. Are you confident you can solve this case? Hell yeah. I like the attitude. Just bear this in mind. There are only so many strings I can pull if people continue to disappear. I'll be held responsible for the fallout and you'll be removed from the case. To put it bluntly, our investigation will be stopped. I'll remember that. That's all I wanted to say. Oops, there was actually one more thing. This morning, Himiko, the student council president, asked me if you're be coming to school today or not. Why don't you go see her? Both Himiko and Michio are in the student council room when I arrive. Hello, Mr. Bean. Thank you for the other day. Looks like Michio's fully recovered. She doesn't seem sick or dispirited. Seizo said you're looking for me. Yes, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Though I don't feel like saying it myself. Michio, can you help? You're such a scaredy cat, Hime. Alright, take a look at this photo first. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Why is there a child in the pool? Michio shows me a photo of the pool at night. I have to say, the empty water at night is pretty eerie. What is that? That is the first thing I saw, sir. There's something pale floating above the water's surface. This photo is too blurry for me to make out what it is, but it looks like the puffy, swollen head of a human. I was the one who took this ghost photo. The swimming club came to us to share their concerns about the pool ghost. I snuck into the school a while ago and took this photo. That's literally trespassing. Oh, come on, don't be so uptight. I did it to try and keep the student body calm. I still can't believe I managed to get this snap, though. My supernatural sense is truly something else. Michio grins from ear to ear. Seems like she hasn't learned anything after what happened to her during the Kashima case. Are you telling me to investigate this spirit? Exactly. I've heard there have been a lot of strange incidents in the swimming club recently. If a spirit is behind those incidents, we have to do something about it before it gets worse. Do you mind investigating it for us? Thank you. Now tell me more about this spirit. Where should we start? I believe it started after the fuss around Takai died down. What fuss? Care to elaborate? Oh, you haven't heard about it? Takai was the first noticed victim. Well, she said to be missing. The rumors say she was killed by Hanako of the toilet. Is she talking about Ribbon? Now that I think about it, I never actually learned who Ribbon was. Naomi told me about Ribbon. She used to be in the brass band club with Izumi, and the two of them bullied Hanako together. Well, yeah, I can't deny that. She was on bad terms with Akai ever since they were first years. Did something happen between them? Oh, it was just Takai's personality. She was always an attention seeker. She'd form a clique and have them fawn over her. She really loved that. Akai was invited to join her circle one time. Sorry, Hanako was invited to join her circle one time, but she refused. Is that what turned their relationship sour? This is just a hunch, but Izumi's bullying of Hanako might have escalated because he had Takai by his side. They had a shared bond of hatred. Takai was known for her flashy red ribbon. Everyone knew she wore it all the time, and she didn't care because it was given by her boyfriend, so I heard. She really treasured that thing. When you touched her ribbon from behind for fun, she'd get really angry. Then, her boyfriend... That's enough, Michio. You're flying off on a tangent now. Takai doesn't have anything to do with the pool case. While we still have no idea who the spirit is, some say it's a girl. During club activities, some of the swimming club members said they heard a weird female voice. Some also claimed that they saw a severed head at night, like the one in the photo. When they're swimming, all of a sudden they feel like they're being suffocated and almost drowned. The kind of thing has supposedly happened more than 10 times. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? That the spirit was trying to suffocate them with their curse. That's all we know. Please take care of the rest for us, Mr. Bean. I'll try investigating it later at night. Right, I forgot. Wait here. Michio writes something at her desk. Take this. This is the dorm's number and my phone number. Call me if anything happens. Or if you're feeling lonely. No, thank you. Jeez, Michio, don't be a weirdo. I can't help teasing him, you know? He's way too serious, you know? I quickly leave the student council room, putting distance between myself and their cheerfulness. And then we're gonna do this one. But it doesn't, like, the chapter didn't have a spirit's name. It was something related to the departed. So I don't think this spirit is like that important. Explore the special building. Okay. Okay, the library? I spot a familiar-looking boy while glancing over the spacious library. Once he noticed my presence, he immediately approaches me with a smug smile on his face. Well, well, look who we have here. If it isn't Mr. Bean. Big congratulations to you for surviving the oh-so-terrifying Slipmouth Kashima. I expected nothing less from the renowned spirit doctor. I was just lucky. I think so too, actually. You are blessed by the goddess of fortune. Unfortunately for Damon, he couldn't escape his cruel fate. I heard he's hospitalized at K Hospital. You sure know a lot about my situation, don't you, Gabe? Abe? Why did I call you Gabe? Don't you think it's time you tell me what sort of tricks you have up your sleeves? Oh, goodness me. To think you would be interested in my secrets. I was streaming during the Game Awards, so no, I did not watch it. They could be one and the same. I'm attracted... Oh. I'm attracted to you, Spirit Doctor, and you're drawn to my mystery. We're basically meant to be. I don't dislike the sound of that. Do not dodge my question. How did you... What a silly question. I don't see any need to answer that. Don't you know? What makes a mystery fascinating and captivating is the fact that it remains a mystery. He's really giving me James vibes from Pokemon. It's the hair, man. It's the hair. And also maybe him holding that talisman, because James generally holds like a rose. Let's keep our relationship this way. I'm in no mood to alter it. Now if you'll excuse me. With a chuckle, Gabe leaves the Abe! Why do I keep calling him Gabe? Abe leaves the library. I've got no idea what to make of that kid. I doubt we'll ever understand each other. I feel like I'm talking to an alien. Is this what they call a generation gap? I step out of the library after the conversation, feeling rather frustrated. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. I guess that's enough of my evening investigation. I return to the infirmary to prepare for the night's investigation. Might as well wait until the sun sets. Since I'm dealing with a spirit here, they should appear at night. Despite having no appetite, I forced down some cup noodles I bought on my way here to replenish my energy. To top it off with a cup of instant coffee with extra sugar. This guy has like a really bad eating habit. Like instant noodles, instant coffee. My dude, is this your... Do you just eat instant noodles and instant coffee? Please get some vegetables in there. Doesn't compare to the stuff I brew myself. Coffee is still coffee, though. It's a hot black drink chock full of caffeine and chlorogenic acid. Telling myself that, I gulp down the drink. Why'd the music get so tense? The night is getting late. Time to head out. Do not answer that phone. I've got a call. Who is it from? Hello? Good evening, Mr. Bean. It's me, Himiko, from the Student Council. Why'd you need to call me this late at night? And how did you get my number? There's something I wanted to tell you. Remember how earlier I said Takai had nothing to do with the pool case? Actually, it's the opposite. Did you find something? I asked one of Takai's friends at the dorm. Turns out Takai used to be in the swimming club. Hang on, wasn't she in the brass band club? She quit the club after injuring herself during practice. After that, she joined the brass band club. But apparently she still often came to watch the swim club practice. I heard she asked one of her friends in the club to let her swim from time to time. Because of that, the swimming club members kept away from her. So she just did her own thing. There's more, though I don't know if it's related to the case or not. Right before she died, she apparently lost her ribbon in the pool. Didn't she love that ribbon a lot? Sounds like that would have been rough on her, huh? Yes, I heard she was flipping out. She searched all around the pool, the locker room, and the members' bags, but never found it. She was even saying she drained the entire pool if she had to. They were having a hard time stopping her. Did she find her ribbon in the end? Nope. And after that, the notice appeared. Himiko stops talking. I guess that's all there is to the story. Thanks. It'll help my investigation. I should be apologizing for troubling you. Please call Michio if anything happens. She'll come flying. Anyway, have a good evening. I'm still not sure whether Kyoko Takai's connected to the pool case. Maybe I'll get a better understanding once I go to the pool. Alright. Let's go to the pool. I leave the special building and head to the pool. After a bit of walking, I arrive at my destination. The entrance is blocked by a low palisade. Obviously, given that school hours are over, it's locked. I forgot to borrow the key. Ugh. No choice but to bulldoze my way through. Putting my feet on the palisade, I managed to shuffle myself over in one try. Is it just the gate? This is the pool in question. I'm not sure if a spirit will appear tonight, but let's take a look around first. The bucket and floor brush have been left out. Did someone forget to put it away? There are benches by the pool with dead insects scattered on top. I see nothing on the surface of the water. Certainly not a severed head. The water is cloudy and clumps of algae float atop it. I'm guessing no one's using the pool these days due to the incidents. There are some benches by the pool. Judging by all the mold growing on them, these benches must be pretty uncared for. Each lane has a diving board. I find a small object on one of the diving boards. Oh, a little tooth! Oh, who's groaning? What was that voice? Oh, who's there? Oh, come on. Please work. I aim my flashlight toward the source of the voice. There, I spot a bloated ghost that looks like a drowned corpse. It's such an awful sight to behold that I can hardly keep myself from looking away. Now that I take a closer look at her, she's wearing a Konohara Academy uniform. Judging by the hoses wrapped around her body, she looks like a victim of Hanako. Is this spirit of Kyoko Takai the missing person from the first notice? Save me. Save me. I start getting strange chills all over my body. Shit. I won't be able to endure this for so long. Takai keeps saying save me over and over again. It's like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here though. She can't forgive her, nor save her. How do I save her now? The only things I can use at the moment are the bucket and the deck brush by the poolside. Okay. I guess let's go. I really don't know what to do. I try scooping the trash floating on the water surface with the deck brush. I'm always afraid it's gonna show failure. Will you be saved if I do this? However, all I managed to do was scoop a single leaf out of the pool! Save me. Save me. I'm gonna die in a minute. I start to get... It's not the right way to save her. I need to try something else. I'm gonna die in a minute. Scoop up air? But these spirits do a lot of damage in this game. I try scooping the air with a bucket several times. Will you be saved if I do this? Nope. Yeah, that's gonna absolutely destroy me. I guess we just try them all and hope I live. I try scooping up pool water with the bucket. Will you be saved if I do this? Takai's spirit stares at the pool, murmuring something in a relieved voice. I know this is just a dumb hunch, but maybe I stumbled on the right answer? There. More. Did she say there? More? I guess I need to do more to save this soul. Damn it, what should I do? Do we need to drain the pool? Scoop up deeper water? That might kill... I might die, actually. But I think it's this one. She did say she wanted to drain the pool so she could, try to find her ribbon. I try putting the bucket deep in the water before scooping. But that's a low success rate, so I might... Oh, thank God. The bucket's so deep in the water that it's quite full. I slowly lift it. I'm guessing she wants me to get the bucket deeper in the water when she says, there, more. In that case... How's that? I scooped deep like you wanted. Takai's spirit stares at the water inside the bucket. Her ribbon! I follow her gaze and see something floating inside. What's this? It's a flashy red ribbon. I think I remember something about Takai wearing a flashy ribbon. Is this what you've been searching for all this time? Looks like this is the right choice. I heard Takai disappear while she was looking for her favorite ribbon. She was probably killed by Hanako before she ever found it. Takai's spirit laughs happily as she disappears into the darkness. Did I? The regret that Takai lost soul bore has been dispelled. She shouldn't appear here again. Let's go back to the infirmary. Is the chapter over? Oh, hi, departed. I see her. This concludes the requested investigation, yet the night is still young. What should I do next? How about we look at the window? For some reason, I feel a set of eyes on... This man needs to get his eyes checked again. This is the first thing I notice, and he's like, ah, mission well done. Let me just sit here and, like, play with, like, the medical supplies. And it's like, do we not look at windows or anything? There's something on the other side of the window. I clocked it as The Departed, like, 10 minutes ago, dude. Like, come on, we're on the... We need to be on the same page. Was that The Departed? Why were they here, though? Huh? There's an unfamiliar item on the desk. This is... The Departed's notice. Dear Student Council, I will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, The Departed. Student Council? Do they mean Michio and Himiko? Shit, what do... First things first, I need to check whether they're safe or not. Better call them now. That's good and all, but I'm gonna save. Oh my god, this chapter... Ninja, you were not wrong when you said this is a really short chapter. What the... Okay. Oh. Oh, there's two more. Oh, okay. I take out the note Michio gave me this evening. I also shut the curtain. Smart idea. And then I punch the number written on the paper. Michio isn't answering. Well then, let's call the dorm and check if they're in their rooms. Konohara Academy student dormitory here. The languid voice of a middle-aged woman is transmitted into the receiver that is pressed against my ear. She must be the dorm manager. My apologies for calling this late at night. My name is Bean. I'm one of the teachers at Konohara Academy. Have Himiko and Michio returned home? Hold on, Mr. Bean. Right? So you're the teacher who's been hitting on those What? What? Aha, playing dumb, I see. I've heard it from all the kids here, you know. Ugh. They say there's a four-eyed middle-aged teacher who's been hanging around Michio... No, Himiko and Michio an awful lot. No, I'm just asking questions. I'm asking questions. Hang on a second. This is... My goodness, how immoral. There have been more and more indecent teachers trying to put their hands on these innocent students. Just admit it already. That's what your intentions are, aren't they? This is getting me nowhere fast. She's prejudiced against me. Why is this happening now of all times? What can I do to make her listen to me? I'm investigating a case at the request of Saizo. If you refuse to cooperate, that's your choice, but I'm letting you know that he'll be hearing about this. Are you alright with that? Huh? Hold on a second. You're joking, right? Why don't you try calling him and see whether or not he thinks it's a joke? So, what are you gonna do? Your call. Ugh. The dorm manager remains silent. Merely mentioning the name Saizo seems to be a pretty effective tactic within the school. My apologies. You see, the female dormitory has been getting a lot of weird calls lately. I didn't mean to offend you at all. I'm just taking precautions for the girl's sake. You know that, right? You called me a four-eyed, middle-aged creeper, ma'am. Sheesh. Now she's finally willing to listen. So, where are Himiko and Michio? To tell you the truth, both of them haven't returned and it's already past curfew. Excuse me? I always warn the kids that they need to be back by curfew, but they... The dorm manager offers up a bunch of half-assed excuses. She obviously just doesn't want to be held accountable. They actually left after coming back. I let them go since it was before curfew. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you ask where they were going? No, I respected their privacy. But I distinctly remember that Michio was talking on the phone before she left. Judging by their conversation, I assumed she was invited out by someone. Oh, okay. I'll try looking for them. Ignoring what the dorm manager attempts to say after that, I immediately hang up the phone. This is bad. Stifling my mounting anxiety, I quickly try to organize my thoughts. They got a phone call and left the dorm. Luring their target out with a phone call is a trick the departed has used over and over again, knowing that it's probably a sign that they've been lured back onto the school grounds. I need to find them, and quickly. Okay, I don't know where they're at. They aren't here. They aren't here. They aren't here. The two of them have to be at the school somewhere, but where to look first? Come. Place connect past future. That feeling just now, and that whisper. It's the same voice that told me to pretend to be Mr. Hirose during Slipmouth Kashima's case. Come to the place that connects the past and the future. The corridor! The corridor! That voice is trying to guide me somewhere. The corridor. Is there any teethies? I have to touch the crack to find out what it is. Touch it. Touch the crack. I bet you it's a tooth. I slowly stick my finger in... I'm not gonna say that sentence. It's lukewarm and damp. Oh! I think I stuck my finger in someone's mouth. A sharp pain shoots through my finger. Something's biting me! I yank my finger out to check for an injury. What? Strangely enough, there's no wound. Am I just imagining things? The thing that was stuck in the crack has now fallen to the floor. I got a tooth. So I think if we get one more tooth, we can get a better bag. So I'm assuming... Right, this one? Do not go to the old building. Nothing there. Alright, we'll just continue. Oh. The flashlight. You're... Oh, hey, girl! I still don't know your name, and we're like 4 chapters in. So there's only 7 chapters, ma'am, and this chapter is really short, and I still don't know your name. It's kind of weird. Are you gonna finally give me your name? You're the one who called me, right? I forced the words out of my tense mouth. So, a place that connects the past and future. It must be this corridor that connects the old and new buildings. What the hell are you? The Tao only responds with a hollow voice. We simply stand facing each other, both of us motionless as time passes. Meanwhile, Himiko and Michio... I feel uneasy thinking about it. Hey! Why did you call me? Plaib? What is she trying to say? Place? The clock tower. Place bell rings. My what? The doll in the red dress disappears, blending into the darkness. What did she want to tell me? Place where the bell rings. The place where the bell rings. What's in there? I don't know, but I hope it's enough. Well, hang on. Oh, was that a tooth? Something is reflecting the light off my flashlight. This is... We got the last tooth. Alright, ladies, hang on. I gotta go get a better bag. Trade. Yeah. Wait, there's one more? Oh, okay, so we have to find one more tooth. I don't know where that's gonna be, but we'll go there. We'll see. So I can go to courtyard or the clock tower. I want to go to the courtyard. We'll go to the clock tower in a minute. I need to re-toggle my shit. Or redo my toggles. A massive statue of the guardian fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives one the impression that it has been here for quite some time. Foxes might be the messengers of Inari, but this isn't the time to make a wish. Hold on, I take it back. This is the perfect time to wish for their safety. I close my eyes and clap my hands. I hope Michio and Himiko will be safe. What was that sound? The fox looks the same as before. Is it my imagination? Why am I getting the chills? I found the toothy! Suddenly, something falls out of the fox's mouth. This is now mine. Yes! The explanation is really confusing, and I've got a bad feeling. Are they safe? I need to find them quickly. Okay, good thing we decided to go to the courtyard. Now, clock tower! I actually don't know those lyrics. Can I bring it up? Oh my god. Let me see if I can bring it up. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is, I guess. Where is it? Hang on, come on. Hang on. Go back a little bit. We might need that. Anyways. We might need that for a future gag. Watch as I forget about it. The place where the bell rings, eh? Dang it, it didn't go right there. I was hoping. Okay, anyways, I can't do the gag. Yeah. Oh, if only I had a button that. Clock Tower, a landmark of Konohara Academy that was built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Having fortunately escaped the fiery ravages of war, it became the symbol of the school, along with the old building. The clock tower stopped working 7 years ago, so there's no way the bell can ring. But I've often heard the bell since coming here, especially on occasions when the departed's presence is strong. The bell is ringing. That scream just now, was it Himiko? She's nearby, probably inside the clock tower. See, if I could set up my stream deck, I could have like put it as a button and just hit clock tower. I need to start using my stream deck a lot better. The door of the grand clock tower is slightly ajar, almost as if it's beckoning me to enter. The moment I put my hand on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open. What exactly am I seeing here? Oh, fuck. Come on. Okay. Sorry, guys. Both Himiko and Michio are lying on the floor in their underwear. What the hell happened here? Are you guys okay? Yeah. Himiko replies weakly. She can't think straight. Mr. Bean! Michio groans and calls out my name. Can you stand? Don't think so. I can't move. My legs and arms. A huge blob is wriggling around them, restraining their limbs. It looks like a massive slime mold. Oh. I'm gonna rip it off. Oh, wait! Don't provoke the bugs. They'll bite. A swarm of insects are crawling on their skin. Some are venomous, including the centipedes. If this is the departed's doing, then these are likely no ordinary insects. There are bound to be massive consequences if I mess this up. These girls could end up like Damon. Ugh. I better be extremely careful and take things step by step. What should I do first? Oh, I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna help Himiko first. First, I rip off the slime mold that's binding Himiko's limbs. And then I carefully brush the bugs from her body. Can you hear me, Himiko? Mr. Bean? Let's get out of here. Can you walk? Yes. I help Himiko back to her feet and get her out of the clock tower. We should be safe here. I'm going back in for Michio now. Wait here. I return to the clock tower and do the same thing in the same exact order to help Michio. Lastly, I scoop up their uniforms from the floor and run outside with her. I close the doors behind me and heave a huge sigh of relief. It all went well. While the two are getting dressed, I look up at the clock tower. Is it just a coincidence that They were put here? I don't think so. There must be a reason for it, and a calculated one at that. Mr. Bean, we're done changing. I have to ask them what happened. Before that, let's go back to the infirmary. Once we arrive, I make them some instant coffee. Both of them sip their drinks in silence. It's nighttime, but yes, let's feed them some coffee. Their faces have regained some color. Looks like they've calmed down a bit. They should be able to talk now. Mr. Bean, I feel fine now. Feel free to ask us anything you need to know. That goes for me too. Despite their trembling voices, they're trying to be strong. Honestly, I'd rather not make these kids recall such painful events. But I don't have any choice. Time to figure out what happened in the clock tower. I tell them that I've managed to resolve the situation with the spirit in the pool. Thank you, Mr. Bean. To think the spirit was really Takai. So she was murdered by Hanako and then became a spirit. Kinda scary to think about a spirit giving birth to another spirit. Takai isn't the only victim that turned into a spirit. Shinji was killed by Kamashi, was haunting the gymnasium. I have to wonder if this entire series of awful events was set in motion by the departed. The dorm manager told me you were invited out by someone. Who called you? It was you. Me? You asked us to help you because you were trapped in the clock tower. So Hime and I went out there. I think that was probably the departed pretending to be me to lure you out. Are you serious? Damn, they're a tricky enemy. The door was open when we arrived at the clock tower. The moment we stepped inside, a swarm of insects attacked us. They were crawling under our uniforms, so we took them off and tried to get the insects off of us? So you guys voluntarily took your clothes off. Okay. Okay. I started panicking and everything went blank after that. If they were just normal insects, I wouldn't have been so scared, but I saw some venomous centipedes among them. My limbs refused to move when I tried to escape, and then you came in just when we were at the end of our ropes. You really saved our lives. Was the departed the one who sent those insects to attack us? Most likely. I saw a notice that they were trying to kill you two. Student council. Why us? I might have an idea why. Do you mind telling us? So I've noticed that the departed's targets fall into two categories. People directly targeted by the targeted like you were, or those who are targeted by other spirits. Everyone who's been directly targeted by the departed have all been people I'm close with. Then that means we were targeted because we're close with you? I think so. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Himiko. Sorry, Michio. You wouldn't have had this horrific experience if I hadn't asked for your help. I'm a curse. I shouldn't have gotten involved in this case. Then Damien wouldn't have had to go through such terrible things. My chest tightens as feelings of regret well up inside. But we were saved because of you. Himiko. You still saved our lives. That's not something that just anyone would have been able to do. You did it because you have the skills. Yep. The other adults don't believe in the departed. You're the only one I can rely on to protect us. So please, don't apologize for caring about us. We're really grateful to you. Michio. Thank you. Even after experiencing many terrible things, they never lose their smiles. They never turn away from the terror lurking in the darkness. Instead, they're trying to fight against it. I don't know if it's because they're braver, have a strong sense of justice. One thing's for sure, though. What those two are doing is not something that just anyone would be capable of. Witnessing their strength and resolve has given me encouragement. The two of them shine brightly, like a beacon in the darkness. Mr. Bean, there's something I'm curious about. Is the Departed really hiding in our school? Yes, Izumi and I said they're pretending to be a human. Do you know who they are? No, unfortunately. They're one cautious foe, disguising themselves and leaving no clues at all. Mr. Bean, would you like to try deducing the Departed's true identity with us? Oh, nice idea. Let's give it a shot. 3 heads are better than 2. Yeah, sure. We better try it. Their suggestion piques my interest. Who knows? Maybe they can feel the Departed's presence. So the Departed is targeting those close to you, right? How would they know your circle of friends and who you're close to, though? Since they're a spirit, they might have used their supernatural powers to figure it out. Or they might have discovered it when pretending to be a human at the school. Why don't you try exploring that option? If we assume they're just using powers, that won't leave us any path to deduce anything. There's only a handful of people who know about Ai and Sho at the school. First up is my client and the headmaster of the school, Saizo. Since I report everything related to the case to him, he would have learned a thing or two about me during the process. Next we have Mrs. Doubtfire. I will stretchies my back. My poor little back. Next we have the curriculum coordinator, Ritsu. A serious and cantankerous individual. She might have heard something about me from Saizo and her colleagues. Next, the male student named Abe. For some reason, he knows a lot about me and my connections. He called me Spirit Doctor, so he may know about the Mark Bearers as well. And then we have Himiko. And Michio. Both of them have been working with me, so they know Ai and Sho as well. Is the Departed among them? If so, who is it? Now hear me out. She has abnormal hair and she likes bugs. And she has like a strong spirit sense. Hear me out. And like when I complimented her hair, she was all like, tee hee hee hee. And the Departed's kind of like that too. So I'm wondering. What are you saying? There's no way Michio's... Calm down, Hime. He's just working through options. You have to consider all possibilities. Given how I'm being super friendly towards you, I could be suspicious. You're wrong, though. However, Michio was targeted by the Departed. She was also attacked when we were investigating Kashima. It's hard to imagine her as the Departed. I don't even want to consider it. This isn't as easy as I thought. I just don't have enough clues to deduce the Departed's true identity yet. I can only press on with the investigation, all the while wondering who are my allies and who are my enemies. Oh, I don't get to guess the other ones? Okay. Before we realize it, a long time has passed. I can't just keep these girls out when they've already broken the curfew. We better leave the infirmary as soon as we are ready. I have played Paranormal Sight. My VODs are on my YouTube channel. Yep, I played it last July, I think. After closing up the special building, we leave the school. Great game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Mr. Bean, would you mind sharing more details about this case with us? Maybe we can help you come up with something. Well, you have a point, but you don't want us to get involved. It's too late for that. We've already been targeted by the departed. You solving this case is the only way we're going to get our normal lives back. That's why the both of us want to help you out. Please, let us help Mr. Bean. Fine, alright. All the deaths, grotesque occult phenomena, the fear of being targeted by the departed, my heart is overburdened with all this stress. I want to let it all out. I just want to vent to someone, anyone. So once these two press me, I give in easily, opening up like an unlocked diary, spilling the details of the incidents up to this point. How Naomi and Manabe were killed by spirits, Damon's hospitalization, as well as the female doll and the numerous visions she's shown me. Something I didn't even tell the mark bearers. I guess that's just about everything. Both of them stare at me, stunned. They must find it hard to believe. Honestly, it'd be more of a shock if they believed it all. Mr. Bean? That doll in the red dress. We know her. What do you mean? Yeah, say what? We saw her before at the clock tower. On the day we received this curse. What curse? I'm not following you. What a turn of events. I have to ask for details. It was 2 months ago, during summer break. We went to the clock tower for the school's 75th anniversary project. Oh yeah, weren't you guys planning to get the clock tower moving again? Yes, we wanted to inspect the inside of the tower before moving on with the project. That was when we saw a female doll in a red dress placed on the altar. Did the doll move? No, she was just sitting on the altar. It immediately gave us both the chills, so we both decided to get out of the tower. But it was too late. We were already cursed. Is it okay if I tell him, Hime? Sure, go ahead. Only because I'm sure you'll believe us, Mr. Bean. Alright. Michio looks serious, which isn't a side of her I've seen often. You can see them, can't you? Your hair and her marking. My white hair and the mark on Hime's face. Yeah, they really stand out. To tell you the truth, other people can't see them. What? What? Aside from us, the only one who can see them is you. That's impossible. How? Now that I think about it, there was definitely something off. Himiko never even tried to hide her mark from the others, and none of the mark bearers have even commented on Michio's white hair. It all makes sense now. It's because I'm the only one who can see them. We've been this way ever since we met that doll. This must be the doll's curse. Oh, great. Another doll's curse. This makes it 3 in a row? God damn these dolls. We actually told the door manager about it before, but she didn't believe us. She thought we were just being weird kids. It was really hard on us. After that, we decided not to speak about it to anyone else. Himiko solemnly casts her eyes downward. Seems like this has really taken a toll on her and Michio. After that, we met you. I thought I noticed you staring at my mark. I was wondering whether you could see it back then. Remember when you complimented my hair before? That convinced me you were the only one who could see these things. I was really happy about that. Michio said we should talk about it with you, but I was afraid. I was scared you'd look at us weird. However, tonight, I finally got the courage. Why am I the only one who can see these things, though? I'm not too sure about why that is. Aren't there more spiritual occurrences that are only visible to you? Maybe our curse is like that. So this is another effect of my gifted supernatural sense? I recall the mark that was carved on my body 4 months ago. It was a death curse. Undoubtedly, their curse also has the power to bring misfortune upon them. Have you experienced anything strange ever since you got the curse, like a health condition, hearing or seeing things? Nothing at the moment. I'm not sleep deprived and still have my normal appetite. How about you, Hime? I'm fine too. I knew it. This curse is bad news, isn't it? I mean, it's called a curse for a reason. Don't scare me like that. I feel like I've probably gotten all the information I need from them at the moment. Mr. Bean, I've been thinking about this for a while, but do you think the Departed's true identity is that doll? I don't think so. Well, I believe she's the Departed. Evil spirits that are sealed in the clock tower have come out. And I'm sure that was our fault. But she looks different from the Departed. Not only that, but she's helping. If the Departed can transform into a human, they can probably turn into other things too. Even this curse of ours is the Departed's doing. That means it should be lifted once they're gone. Michio gives an abnormally loud shout. She seems to really believe that female doll is the Departed. She was already investigating spirits in the Departed when we first met. I understand why she was doing that now. She wasn't my rival. She was trying to find a way to lift her curse. If what Michio said is true, the Departed's case isn't just something that's happening randomly. They're incidents that both of us caused. Himiko. We have to put an end to this curse. Please, let us help you out. I've learned new information from these two. The evil darkness surrounding Konohara Academy continues to deepen. I wonder what the darkness will finally be cleared away and replaced by sunshine. When we arrive at the dormitory, the dorm manager is waiting for us. Given the fact that they broke curfew and returned this late at night, it's no wonder she's beside herself with rage. But I've already learned the trick to dealing with her from the earlier phone call. She's already concerned about who is going to be held responsible for all of this. Once I promise her that I won't tell the school about the curfew violation, she takes it down several notches. I say goodbye to Himiko and Michio and leave the dormitory. Time to head back to Kujo Mansion. There. I start compiling all the reports I need to submit to Saizo, accompanied by a cup of sweet coffee. How should I summarize this? If I mention the clock tower incident, I'm going to have to bring up the girls breaking curfew as well. That would betray the dorm manager and ruin the image of those two students. Guess I could just stick to mentioning the pool ghost. My phone is loud, damn. The black phone rings loudly. Who's calling me this late at night? Hello? It's me, Himiko. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to call this soon. Before we parted ways, I gave them the number to the Kujo mansion just in case. Walking the doggos? Not a problem, Pack. Not a problem at all. Walk the puppers. I just didn't imagine that she'd be using the number this soon. So why did you call? Well, I wanted to thank you again for earlier. Same here. Thank you for sharing your information with me. Glad I could be of help. I never expected there'd be an adult who would take us seriously. It made me very happy. Of course I believe you two. I can literally see the proof of what you're telling me with the mark over yours and Michio's hair. Does that mean You wouldn't believe us if you couldn't see my mark? Glad to hear that. Just to let you know, I also believe in you, Mr. Bean. I know you'll solve this case. Feel free to come to me anytime. I'll be more than happy to help you out as the student council president. I might be bad with all the spirit stuff, but I'll try my best. I appreciate your courage, but don't push yourself, okay? Yes, I'll be careful. I have to go take a bath now. Good night, Mr. Bean. Good night. I hang up the phone once the conversation's over. I need to wash off my sweat and get some shut-eye too. I collapse onto my bed. When I close my eyes, the smiles of the 2 girls I saved tonight run through my mind. My tension melts away. For the first time in days, I experience that pleasant bliss of floating to dreamland, unburdened by the past few days' events. However, I know this tranquility is fleeting at the best. Once a new notice arrives, I'll have to face the specter again.